Part 2 of Rolls-Royce. This may be a part 3 and 4. It has not risen yet. And matter of fact, it went lower. It got lower. It got so low that the wheels, you couldn't even turn the wheels. So apparently there was a little bit of air left in it. So we're trying to get it a block down the street to the Werkstatt BMW only store. And it was so low that we couldn't even get a jack under the car. We're not going to be able to tow the car this way. I don't know how they would move it. So what we did was we drove it up onto some 2x6s so that we could get this jack under there. Took the wheel off. Now this sounds insane. You guys are going to think we are insane what we're doing right now. But we're going to take some 4x4s, cut them to 6 inches. We're going to brace them up into the top of the shock tower and have the top of the A-arm rest on top of the 4x4 piece of wood, and that'll give us 6 inches of clearance, and we'll be able to drive the car. We're gonna go 5 miles an hour, just enough to get it a block down the street over to where the repair shop is. I know it sounds insane, but there's just no other way to do it. Did you get the actual piece of wood in there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could have put.
Let me get a shot of it before you put the tire on real quick.
You bet.
I just want to see. Oh wait, no, that's not good. Hold on.
I gotta hold it in place.
Yeah. Because you need to, as long as it's at the top of that shock tower.
It's gotta. Yeah. So we'll hold it in place when we let it down.
So we'll put the wheel back on. So it fits on. You got to first get it onto that.
I gotta spin it around.
Turn it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
It's a big heavy wheel. Yeah.
There you go.
It weighs as much as I do.
Just about.
So you want me to let the jack down a little?
All right, yeah. So pull that jack out from under there, that stand. The trustworthy Harbor Freight jack. This is the new Harbor Freight jack stand.
You ready?
All right, this needs to be done slowly and delicately.
Very slowly.
Yeah, I'm slowly releasing.
So I don't lose any.
Just as long as it's.
Tire hasn't even hit the ground yet.
All right,
No, it's on the ground.
Still going?
Yeah, go on, keep going.
Okay.
It may split that wood. Oh, now we're riding nice and high. Look at that. Look at that.
You might not even need to put one on the other side because this will hold the whole front end down.
Nah, I don't know. I bet it's. Yeah.
Now we're three-wheeling.
Well, I think we probably should.
Okay.
All right.
The other side, you're gonna have to try to get this.
Here, hold on. I need to get this cap off. Give me a second. I gotta stop the camera. All right. So we figured out that the way. Are you sure you're gonna be able to reach up into there?
Mike said he can.
So the deal is, for whatever reason, what's sitting on this wheel? This wheel had a vacuum on it, and when we raised up this side, the wheel dropped, right? But the other one, when I raised it up, it didn't want to. So this is some ghetto redneck bullshit right here. And this is why you tune into this channel. Because what kind of a stupid Texas redneck would put fucking 2x4s under his suspension to drive it down through the street? My official snap-on Daytona Harbor Freight jack coming in. This thing was so low, we could not get the lowest of low-profile jacks under there. It's like a pit crew.
Better than a pit.
When I tell Victor that I drove the car down there with 2x4s on for suspension, he's gonna laugh his ass off.
All right.
So yeah, that one did drop a little.
It did drop.
It did. This is what we were. I'm gonna have to keep those in the trunk. All right.
You get it in there?
Yeah. My advice to Rolls-Royce Phantom owners: keep a couple of 4x4s in the trunk of the car with your emergency toolkit. And I'm not even making a joke. I carry those with me in my truck normally, because there's a lot of times a 6-inch 4x4 has helped me out, and I'm not making a joke. Look at that, riding proud. It's like when you got the lift on. Oh, I bet it's gonna ride smooth.
Yeah, don't hit any hard bumps.
It's hilarious. It's like these douchebags in Texas with the squatted trucks. Like that's the thing now where they have the back of the truck lower than the front of the truck. It looks like that. Which, by the way, guys, if you didn't know, that looks absolutely stupid. Don't squat your truck, please. Here we are on the corner of Green Valley and Ramrod in Las Vegas. Hook stopped. Oh, goddamn. The Rolls-Royce and BMW only automotive. Now open. These guys do all my work for me. I'm gonna go see Victor if I can get across the street. It rides like it's made of wood. Oh, it's bouncing. All right, here we are in the corner of Ramrod and Green Valley at Vuckstadt. BMW and Rolls-Royce only in here in Las Vegas. The car made it, riding on wood. Ah, the ride of a Rolls-Royce can only be compared to that of a 2x4. But you know what? We made it. And here it is. Good Lord.
Oh, you raised it up.
Yeah, so we're here with Victor. We're at the Vuckstadt, BMW only. Now, how do you think we raised it up?
Unplug the relay and plug it back in?
No. We put 4x4 pieces of wood under the suspension, under the shock towers. There's wood under there.
Yeah, if you look underneath the wheel,
So if you raise it up,
you can see
no,
right here.
on top of the wheel.
Right here.
Look.
You can see there. There's one on each side.
Yeah. That's the best thing. This thing was sitting so low on the ground, we couldn't get a jack under it. So we drove it up on top of some blocks. Then we jacked it up, put it on stands, and we figured out that a piece of wood would fit between that and the shock tower.
You should sell it as a repair kit.
I'm gonna keep them in the trunk in case, because these are all the way up in there. You can see the damage I did from rubbing.
Mm-hmm.
And so it worked. I went about 5-10 miles an hour, and it was bouncing like this. So you'll have to raise it up. Just reach up in there, pull the block out.
It's like building a supercar out of wood, you know how they show?
Yeah, it's like a Morgan.
Yeah. Love it.
But if I had not done that, now the back is raised on its own. So obviously the control block here is not allowing this to go in. The pump comes on, but you're gonna have to figure out why the front, obviously there's an air leak, because I would come out and it would be on one side and flat, and then it would raise itself up. But obviously we're losing air pressure, or the block is not allowing air into these front shock springs. And we replaced them only a year ago. So we'll get the paperwork done. The keys are in it. And then you just tell me when I put those caps in the back. So okay, well, you know, Victor told me he would have done the same thing. He thought it was pretty brilliant, actually, putting the blocks of wood. So now, as part of that part 2, now you know, if you're going to be stuck flat on the ground, put blocks of wood under the suspension of your car, and it'll work. So stay tuned for part 3 when we find out what's wrong with the car and what it took to fix the car. And make sure to subscribe so that you'll find out, and we'll find out together.